Hello, my name is Dr. Sheryl Duchess, and I am the proud founder of the Institute of Naturopathic Wellness. And I couldn't be more excited. I am here right now with Kelly Yannitelli, who is one of my latest graduates. And I just can't wait to learn more about Kelly, about you. Can you tell us a little bit about you, your background, and why you chose to actually take the Institute of Naturopathic Wellness course?
Well, Dr. Duchess, I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for over 30 years. My husband and I are also traditional business owners. We live in Hastings, Pennsylvania. And to kind of back up, and it's going to be a little bit of a longer story, this really started as a child. I watched my my father, sadly, when I was in sixth grade, he had his first heart attack. So over the years of growing up, I basically watched him go through an early death. He passed away when I was 23. The medications and interventions, it was really sad to see because they caused other illnesses. They were, comorbidities on top of comorbidities. And so I wanted to know more, I think that's how I entered into the nursing career because I wanted to learn more about his illness and what was going on. And
Mm.
then sadly, years later, my mother ended up with a bunch of chronic illnesses. The same thing, the interventions and treatments just kind of masked the problem, and we never got to really help her. It just one thing led to another, and more medications were layered on top of that. And all along my own growing up as a child, I struggled with anxiety, and was never treated because no one knew what that was. So between all that and you forget about yourself, and there was no self-care. So I wanted to finally just reached a point where I needed to, my mother had passed away, the frustrations that watched her go through, then my own challenges from my anxiety, my increasing weight, blood pressure that had gone on. That's why I needed to really start taking care of myself. But it just got to where do you turn and where do you get the answers at this
Mm.
point?
Yeah, yeah. Oh wow, that's a lot to go through. And so why did you choose the Institute of Naturopathic Wellness? What was it about this course that stood out?
Well, this course gave me a chance to learn to take a really deeper dive into the body systems so that they're like you always say there's no fences in the body, and to learn how each system can impact the other system if one system's out of balance made such a huge difference. Where I'll be honest, I didn't learn that in nursing. You learned each system separately. You learned what treatments, interventions, and medications were going to help that, but you didn't have an understanding of how to put the body back in balance and basically heal what was wrong.
Yeah, that is, you make a good point because I know that that is something that is so unique about naturopathy because you look at it from a different viewpoint as one whole body system and getting more to that root cause. Yeah, yeah. And so what was different as you went through the course? What stood out that made it different for you?
The opportunity that I could take the course as it fit into my schedule, which we all have a hectic lifestyle, so it fit very nicely. Coming to class and learning from you and even from the other students, the wealth of information that was provided, and then to take that, and not only did it help me personally, but then to be able to help my clients, because even as I was working with some clients prior to meeting you, I knew that I wasn't getting the answers or what they needed either. So that frustrated me because they would
Mm.
kind of get to where they were just plateaued, but something wasn't fitting. And you gave me that chance to put that together so we could take it a step further and get the clients results as well as myself personally.
Yeah. Tell me about your personal results.
Since 2022, I've lost close to 50 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and I'm still on that, and I believe I'm still on that journey. I work mentally on my mental focus and cognitive all the time to kind of keep myself strained in. But changing from how I eat, with the lifestyle that we're taught, um, I've added regular exercise or movement, however you want to, whatever you do. We're moving
Yeah.
and grooving. Supplements, I have myself very regimented, so focusing on that, and who do I surround my people with? I want to be surrounded by positive, uplifting people that can help me, so I'm
That
moving in the right direction makes a huge, huge impact on my goals.
Yeah, and that is so important because if you're going to help other people, you've got to walk your walk and talk your talk. And that's something I believe in 100%. I teach that in the course and I try to walk it myself. And I can see the change in you, and not only your weight, but your skin, your hair, everything. You look different than you did when you started. You look like a different person. Yeah.
Well, thank you. But not only that, what your education really provided to me is the posture to know what I'm and feel comfortable to teach other people how to make changes that impact their life as much as it did me.
Yeah, that's so good. That is so good. So take me to the moment when you're in class, when you realized that this education you were receiving was really working for you. Was there an aha moment that you're like, oh, I really feel like this is doing it? Take
Well,
me there.
I like when we got to work with, you have us do some health histories to assess some other clients to see, where their needs are and do the plan for them. But to go through that, and I was working with a client and she's had tremendous results, in her life. And, just to do that, it's like, geez, I've gone all this over 30 years in healthcare and I really found my passion and I truly enjoy helping other people, and just to see them feel better and look better, and just to hear the voice on the phone, because I, just like you and I were virtual, we're on a phone, she's a distance away from me. It's such a change. I mean, it's like, you're really accomplishing something versus going back to old school. I worked in health, had the healthcare career, and you basically watched people die,
Yeah.
and it was like you just kept putting band-aids on top of band-aids on top of band-aids, and it just, unless this class, we've ripped them off.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
getting to
that's
the bottom.
good. Yeah, that's so good. And I think there's so many other nurses like you that would really love this education and really love to have this, and nursing is a wonderful education. I mean, it really teaches you a lot, in the medical side. But when you can combine that with the skills of naturopathy, I mean, you can just help so many people because you have both sides, which is so powerful, so powerful. So tell me what life looks like now that you've graduated. What does it look like? What are your plans?
Well, my plans were and are, as I'm moving forward here, is I've got my website up and established. So I'm starting to seek out clients so that I'm able to offer them the opportunity to meet with me on a part-time basis. Right now, I'm trying to fill them in evenings and weekends to help get the naturopathic coaching up and going.
Awesome. Awesome. And that's fantastic, and I think, so many of your colleagues, your students have done that already, and you're hearing some of the excitement of them getting, clients and again, getting the results is the main thing. Income is one side of it, which you can be very successful. I totally believe that, with this education, you can impact thousands of lives. And whenever you do that, money will come, but I love your heart. I love your passion. You can tell you have a nurse's heart. And I just wish you all the success, really, truly, Kelly. I know you're going to touch so many lives and you're going to continue to just get better and better yourself, too. Yeah, it's no turning back now. Yeah.
Absolutely. And and it's such a, the wellness arena is just, it's so ever evolving.
Mhm.
From where really tapped into it 20 years ago to what you've seen in just the last 2 or 3 years is like, whoa,
Yeah.
things are coming left and right, and staying and, up on that is awesome. But like I said, your institute provided me a wealth of knowledge. And not only that is to, if you're looking for something, as a nurse, coming to Dr. Sheryl and learning from her institute is going to really broaden you both professionally as well as personally.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate that so much. And I wish you all the blessings and abundance and just a wonderful, wonderful new journey as you reach out to clients. And I know that they're going to love you. So it's going to be very exciting. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you'd like to get more information about the Institute of Naturopathic Wellness and what it can do for you, just click the link below. I look forward to meeting you.